watching Sioux City Scoop.
You're watching Sioux City Scoop. You're watching Sioux City Scoop.
We're here at Nissan 24 here in the city of Brockton with Pat Sullivan, Contract Administrator for the city's DPW. And we're here taking delivery of the new Nissan Leaf that the city's been able to obtain from Nissan 24 through a state grant. Pat, first of all, tell us a little bit about the financing for this. You wrote the grant application. This was a green initiative through the state. And exactly how did it work?
Okay, the way it worked is we needed I received a grant for charging stations, first of all, but one of the prerequisites to a charging station was the city had to own one fully electric vehicle. So they also made funds available to obtain a fully electric vehicle. We put a 3-year lease together. We received money from the state that pretty much covers that lease, and that enabled us to obtain a couple charging stations.
Okay. So in terms of it's the Nissan Leaf, so it's a 100% electric vehicle.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit more about the vehicle in a minute. But we anticipate using this down at the DPW refuse department.
Yes, we'll be using it for things that we don't need a truck for, such as going back and forth to City Hall, doing certain, maybe dropping things off, going to meetings, things like that. Mm-hmm. We've already used it on the trash route where we go around the next day to make sure that we check on the violations.
Yep, so when you're out checking a trash route, you're not actually picking the trash up in a truck, so
no.
we can be using the electric car and
right.
saving on gas and helping the environment.
That's right.
So in terms of it, now you've driven it, I haven't. Tell us how it drives.
It's great. Great pickup.
Yeah.
It just takes off like a shot. We've had it up to highway speeds.
Yeah.
We've done it in the city, and it's a nice vehicle, very quiet.
Now, I would guess if you start driving this around, you become aware pretty quickly where the charging stations are that are in existence right now. So I know they actually have one right here at Nissan 24, yes, and you just told me that there's also one at the downtown BAT terminal.
There is. There's one at the BAT terminal. There's one at Walgreens in Brockton.
Wow.
There's one at National Grid over on Belmont. So, so there's more than you think, and you wonder how I might have been able to research that. Well, the car tells you where the closest charging station is, so that when people start to run low, they can find one really quick, and it tells us that at all times where the closest.
And so for right now, you've been able to obtain 2 charging stations that the city now owns, and you're using those down at the DPW.
We are. Those are being installed, should be installed by the end of the week.
And ideally, I guess we would like to try to pursue to see if we get another one of these grants, which could allow us to acquire a couple more charging stations and perhaps another electric vehicle. There's no shortage of needs for vehicles in the city fleet, that's for sure. And I think it's important for folks to realize that you know, we've been able to obtain this car at almost no cost because of the grant that we received from the state. In terms of how has it worked driving around town? I mean, in other words, it's quiet, I'm sure.
It's very quiet. Quietest car I've ever driven. Yes, it is. It's really quiet and very comfortable. I'm 6'4", and this is a smaller car, and I personally have problems sometimes with smaller cars, but there's plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room for me. I'm very comfortable in it.
You'll be able to sneak up on people in this. Well, yeah, yes, you're out there doing enforcement. They'll never see you coming.
That's
Or never hear you following them if you're out there checking on the routes. So we've got this now. This is being utilized full time by the city DPW, primarily in the refuse division. And I'm hoping that this is the first of many green vehicles the city is able to employ. And we want to be sure to thank Hank Toohey and all the folks down at Nissan 24, great corporate citizens here in the city, and they worked very closely with us in the state in being able to obtain the financing from the state to get the charges in the vehicles. So it's a win all the way around. And I'm expecting to see you in this at City Hall now, Pat. I want to, maybe we can get a reserved parking space out there, electric vehicles only.
Terrific.
They'll get you right up near the front door.
In and out.
All right, all right. Pat, congratulations. Great job on the grant.
Okay, thank you.
In Brockton, we swing for the fences so we can touch home.
We coach in Brockton to instill the teamwork that builds a great winning tradition.
We do business in Brockton because here you can find a taste of home away from home.
We keep our company in Brockton because we love this city.
I study and learn in Brockton to achieve my goals.
When Brockton is home, everything is within reach.
Great municipal golf course. Come over and check out DW Field Golf Course here in the city of Brockton. We've made a major investment in the DW Field Golf Course this year. The playing conditions are spectacular. It's an 18-hole public course. We are serving beer and wine now. We're able to handle tournaments there now. So come on over and check out DW Field Golf Course.
Brian, oh my God, this guy don't look too good, man. His lips are blue. Oh my God, oh my God.
Oh my God, he looks like he's overdosing, but he hasn't used in like an hour. He can't be overdosing.
You can overdose up to 3 hours after you use.
His breathing's really shallow.
If he is overdosing, the only two things that can save him are oxygen and Narcan.
Throw some cold water on him. Hit him with some Coke or some milk. I heard that works.
Those are old wives' tales. I've learned in my overdose prevention group from the Mayor's Coalition that those can actually harm someone.
Get up!
Let me put the Narcan in here.
Do the sternum rub.
Come on, yeah, I have to try to do the sternum to try to get his breathing back.
God.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me put the Narcan to this guy. This is the only thing that could help him.
Narcan only works on opioids, such as heroin or Percocets.
He's okay.
Breathing shallow.
It's okay.
Maybe. Put his head up.
He doesn't look too good. I'm gonna call for help.
No. Oh, no.
He's not responding. He's not responding. He's not responding.
Just give him the Narcan. No 911.
The Good Samaritan law protects us. We won't be prosecuted unless we have a warrant for our arrest or enough drugs to be considered trafficking.
Don't go!
I might give it Narcan for the second time. It might not work. He might fall here.
This guy don't look too good.
He's not responding. I know that he used Xanax and Percocet this morning a while ago. I think he was using dope.
Mixing drugs puts you at a higher risk for overdosing. If you need more Narcan, you can get it at the Cope Center in Brockton at 81 Pleasant Street.
Brockton Police, thanks for calling. You guys did the right thing. Is his breathing coming back?
Yes.
Yep, he is breathing. Good. Let's roll him in the recovery position. Get that leg. You may have saved his life.
He's gonna die?
The ambulance is coming. The hospital's right down the street. We'll get him there. You did the right thing.
What is the Good Samaritan law and who does it protect? A person who in good faith seeks medical assistance for someone experiencing a drug-related overdose, or a person who experiences a drug-related overdose and is in need of medical assistance and in good faith seeks such medical assistance, or is the subject of such a good faith request for medical assistance shall not be charged or prosecuted for possession of a controlled substance. This shall not prevent anyone from being charged with enough substances considered to be trafficking, distribution, or possession of controlled substances with intent to distribute.
Great to be back here with you at the Brockton Rotary Club. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually an honorary member of the Brockton Rotary Club, so I'm like part of the team when I come. I figured out that honorary member means that when I'm no longer mayor, I'm out of the club. So they're just very polite in the way they say it here. I've had the opportunity to attend this particular ceremony at least half a dozen times over the years. And I do really think it is one of your best meetings of the year, because really you're recognizing people in the community who really exemplify the values of Rotary but live it and show it in their life every day. And I think that's true of all the recipients that have been up here this afternoon. I'm really proud that I'm either friends with or work with almost everyone that received an award today. You had a chance to meet our new fire chief, Chief Mike Williams, who is one of two people here today that I have had the opportunity to appoint since I've been mayor, and Chief Williams is a great leader of the department. Deputy Chief Galligan is really one of our MVPs in public safety. In my year and a half or so as mayor, I can't tell you how much we rely on Deputy Chief Galligan for his work, as the chief mentioned, really leading the way for the fire department in terms of communications and technology and getting us on the leading edge of 21st century technology in our fire safety and fire protection. And during this past year, we had a real crisis with pedestrian safety and pedestrians being struck by motor vehicles, and we put together a task force. And I'm going to tell you, Deputy Chief Galligan is one of the leaders of that task force, and he's doing some great work for the city in helping us address pedestrian safety issues. So, Deputy Chief, congratulations to you. And Officer Baker has been around a lot longer than I have, but one of the things you do as mayor that you don't know about when you're running for the job is I spend way too much time listening to the scanner. So I hear not just the midnight shift sergeant, but Officer Baker on there all the time, working hard. And you learn a lot as you become mayor, and one of the things you learn is you learn to really appreciate the work that the people out on all the front lines do for the city, whether it's fire, public safety, police, DPW. We've really got some great people that work incredibly hard every day and don't get recognized. So for me, it's really nice today to see some of our top people actually being recognized by the Rotary Club. And Bob Hogan and the Drama Club, when I travel around a little bit as the mayor, you like to brag a little bit about things about your city, particularly when you hang around with other mayors. You're always trying to top the other mayor. And our high school is something I just love to talk about. When I talk about Brockton High School, our drama club is always in that conversation, because we have one of the best drama clubs in the country. Not in the area, in the country. We have one of the best drama clubs. And when you talk about Brockton High School, I I belong to a group of mayors that includes the mayor of New York, Bill de Blasio. And I was recently at a meeting with him, sitting next to him, and we're having a conversation, and he asked me about Brockton High School because he had heard what a great high school we have in Brockton, and he actually wants to come visit Brockton High School the next time he's in the Boston area. He wants to come out and see the high school, and certainly our drama club was part of that conversation. So, Bob, thank you so much for everything you do with the young people at the high school. And the drama club isn't just the people that know how to sing. One of my sons worked on the musical one year as a set designer, set builder, and had a great experience building sets and setting up and all of that, and took a course, and it was a great experience. He works in finance, had no real artistic talent, I don't think, but he really enjoyed having that opportunity. So you don't realize how many students are involved in those productions, not just the people who are out in front in the lead, but there's really a large group of students involved in every aspect of that production. However, my duty here today is to introduce Larry Rowley. And Larry took over during my first year as I had the pleasure of appointing him as DPW Commissioner. Larry is a real come up through the ranks kind of guy. He's worked for the city and in the DPW for over 36 years. It's funny, when I came in as mayor, I planned to hire a new DPW commissioner from the outside. One of my intentions in my game plan was to bring a new commissioner in from the outside. And, but you know, Larry served as interim commissioner for a few months before we were making that selection. And he kind of grew on me. I mean, he's just a great guy and does a great job. And as I had a chance to watch him firsthand, and we went through the process, and you know, Larry emerged as the leading candidate, it really was a very easy decision for me to not go outside and bring someone in, because I said to myself, why would I do that when we've got the perfect guy for the job already here, and who knows more about the infrastructure of the city than anyone on the face of the earth. And I think he's really been tested during his first year, and we've got a lot of folks in city government that I would have loved to have nominated for this award, but none of them dealt with 9 feet of snow in 37 days and all the challenges that came with the winter that we had. And in between snowstorms, we had water mains freezing and bursting, and when that finally all settled down and we were assessing all the damage from the winter, our main source of water to the city of Brockton decided to explode one morning, and we virtually lost the city's water system. And so, you know, I've really had a chance to watch Larry and how he leads and how he responds in his work ethic. And I think that, you know, when you really look for leaders to work for you, you really love those people who lead by example. And Larry's a lead by example guy. There's no one in that department that can refuse to work hard when the guy in charge is working even harder than they are. And so I felt it was really important to recognize Larry's contributions to the city, and that's why it's my pleasure to present him to you today as our city employee, City Hall recipient of this year's Brockton Rotary Club Public Service Award. Thank you. Congratulations, Larry.
This song of mine will wind its music around you like the fond arms of love. This song of mine will carry your sight into the heart of things like the faithful star in the dark night over your own. My song will be like a pair of white wings to your dreams, like the fond arms of love. It's music around you, all around you. My song will be like a pair of white wings to your dreams, like the fun arms of love. All around you, all around you. My song of
Principal Walder, Superintendent Smith, all of the elected officials, faculty, staff, and families here today. It's a great day to be a Brockton Boxer. We've got almost 1,000 of our young people here that are achieving a great milestone this afternoon and preparing to head off for their futures and the rest of their lives. And for the graduates that sit here in front of us, I just would like to remind you, congratulations on your achievement. You'll receive a lot of accolades here today and over the summer for being here on this field this afternoon. But as you receive those accolades, be sure to take a moment to thank those who helped you to get here on this field this afternoon. We have stands full of parents and grandparents and brothers, sisters, friends and family, many of whom helped you in one way or another to getting here, and be sure to take a moment to thank them. And as you head off for your bright future, be sure to remember to give back, whether it's working in a program this summer or years from now. Never forget where you're from. Brockton is a great city. It's a city of opportunity. You're presented with an opportunity here today, and now it's up to you with what you do with that opportunity. And while it's easy when you're 17 or 18 years old to feel as though this is the end of something, believe me, from someone who graduated the same year as Mr. Perkins, this is not the beginning. I mean, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Everything is in front of you. This is just the beginning. So congratulations. It's a pleasure for me to be here today. I hope to crash a couple of those cookouts this afternoon and this evening with Deanna. Have a great time. Congratulations, class of 2015.
In Brockton, we swing for the fences so we can touch home.
We coach in Brockton to instill the teamwork that builds a great winning tradition.
We do business in Brockton because here you can find a taste of home away from home.
We keep our company in Brockton because we love this city.
I study and learn in Brockton to achieve my goals.
When Brockton is home, everything is within reach.
My name is Darrell Ellison, and I lost my only son, Carl Evan, in a hit-and-run accident. Carl was a joy beyond words. He was fun-loving. He had a great sense of humor. He had a strong work ethic. He went on at 16 years old, got a job at Shaw's Supermarket, and he worked there until the day he died. He was a very giving person. He never had any money. He was always giving his money away. He would pay for homeless people's meals, whatever he felt they needed. On Sunday, September 28th, Carl had just finished his job at Shaw's in Brockton, Massachusetts. He had crossed the street to go to the 7-Eleven. He was leaving the store at the corner of Belmont and West Street when he was struck and killed at 9:22 p.m. A surveillance camera picked up the vehicle as it was leaving the scene. Police believe the vehicle that hit Carl was a silver or gray minivan. It would have front end damage. There is a $5,000 cash reward for information leading to the apprehension of the person or persons responsible for Carl Evans' death. If you have any information, please call the Massachusetts State Police at 508-923-4205 or the Brockton Police at 508-941-0234. You may also send an email to justiceforcarl@hotmail.com. And to the driver, I believe that you are watching this. This must be a tormenting secret for you to keep. Please turn yourself in. And to those protecting you, please help your loved one do this. Carl Evans was my loved one, and he deserves justice. This is my quest. I have faith that you will do the right thing.